using a rope cocker for cocking and uncocking a crossbow. It's coming up. Hey, it's Steve with STO Wildlife Calls. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time, welcome and great to have you. If you're interested in crossbow hunting, you might want to consider subscribing and click the bell notification and you won't miss anything. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you how to cock a crossbow using a rope cocking aid, and I'm using my Excalibur Matrix 355 crossbow. Now you can cock a crossbow three ways. One is by hand, if you're strong enough, but my Matrix 355 has a draw weight of 240 pounds, so that's out of the question for me. The second way, you can use a crank cocking aid, and it would fit on my Matrix here in the back, but they cost upwards to $200. The third way is with a rope cocking aid, which is what I use to cock my crossbow. If you can cock your crossbow by hand, make sure that you apply pressure to both sides of the rail when you're pulling the string back. Because if you have more pressure on one side over the other side, your shots will be to that side. In other words, if you have more pressure on the left side, your arrow will shoot to the left. If you have more pressure on the right side, your arrow is going to shoot to the right. With the use of a rope cocker, you decrease your pull weight by 50%. So my Matrix 355 at a 240 pound draw weight is now only 120 pounds draw weight using the rope cocker. Now I've replaced my OEM cocker with a DrStirrup 4x4 cocker. The reasons are two. First, the hooks have two pulleys instead of one. The one pulley is down in the hook where the strings contact it when you put the string in. So as you pull the string back, the string rolls on the pulley instead of just sliding into the OME hook where there's no pulley. Now in this DrStirrup rope cocker, the second pulley runs on the rope as you pull to cock your crossbow. The second reason that I like this DrStirrup are the handles. They're 4 inches long. This means instead of having just to use 2 fingers like the OME cockers, you can have 4 fingers on each of these handles, and that gives you a easier and more accurate cocking of your crossbow. One other thing I did with my 4x4 cocker was I replaced the rope with a AM steel rope, which is a much higher breaking strength, has extremely low stretch, superior flexing, and great wear resistance. Now the rope cocker that came with your crossbow, or the one like this 4x4 cocker, the ropes are all too long and you need to make it fit your crossbow. So to shorten the rope, you just push it back through the handle. You would tie in a new knot and then test it by putting the rope cocker onto your crossbow. You put the left side on, bring your rope around the back, put it in the rope groove, bring your right hook up, and you're going to see that you have a distance between the string and the hook. You'll end up having to pull your string back to hook it into the hook here, so you can use your rope cocker. What I have seen is the shorter the person is, the more distance you're going to have from this loose hook to the string. So you're going to have to pull the string up a little higher to cock it. When you use your rope cocker and cock your bow back and pull it back, you want to end up with the handles around the butt end or your waist. You don't want to end up in your chest area. You're going to run out of strength to pull it. Okay, now here's how you cock your crossbow. You want to put your stirrup on the ground. Since I'm right-handed, I put my right foot into the stirrup. Lean over, hook up the one hook on the left hand side, pull the string up, hook it onto the right. When you pull straight up, and you see where my handles are? Just about the top of the butt. You put your safe on, and you take your rope cocker off. We'll insert our arrow. Now, even with my arrows being, this is a 15.5 inch arrow, when the broadhead's on, I'm not going to be able to get my foot in here without kicking this arrow if I went to decock it, which we'll show you coming up here. That's a safety item on any crossbow. They try to have their end of their arrow into the foot stirrup, so when you go to release it, if you can do your uncocking and not have to shoot an arrow into the ground or into a target. But with my Excalibur, I can decock this, but even with this, like I said, with the 15.5 inch arrow, there's still enough head sticking into the stirrup that if I was to try to put my foot in there, I'm going to know there's an arrow in there, and you don't release it through your foot. So we'll remove the arrow. Again, to decock this Excalibur, put my foot into the stirrup. Okay, we put the hook into the left one, pull around the back, put the right hook in. Now, since I'm right-handed, this is my strong arm. I remove the safe. I do have an anti-dry fire mechanism on this bow. I push that lever forward, squeeze the trigger, and slowly leave the string back down. That's simple. If you have a compound bow with an anti-dry fire mechanism, you might not be able to do this. But I can with my Excalibur recurve crossbow. If you want to see more on crossbow hunting, make sure to click the subscribe button below. You'll subscribe, and I'll continue to share my strategies on crossbow hunting. Till next time, shoot straight, and thanks for watching.